Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Matt Horn
is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
This key opens doors to parallel universes.
I woke up this morning and I was thinking, what if there are other Suzettes?
Let's do it. Let's try it.
I mean, should I call Mom and Dad? I mean, it's kind of a big decision to leave everything, right?
Just get your magic key out and show me the universe. Universes.
Matt, there's this movie you gotta watch. I can't really say much else about it. It's called Another Version of You. Another Version of You. Just watch it and then call me. Yeah, I'm mysterious. Bye.
So on the line, we have Chris Wente talking to us. From where are you talking to us from, Chris?
I'm in Nashville, Tennessee today.
Are you?
Yes. If you had caught me on another day, I was living in Atlanta for about a year and a half. But I actually just recently moved back to Nashville. Yeah, just recently.
Would you say that there's another version of you in Atlanta then?
Indeed. And he shall forever stay there.
Oh. Behind a locked door.
Yes.
So the reason why we've got you here is obviously to talk about another version of you. Now, I have actually managed to see your film.
Okay.
And do you know what I thought? I thought it was absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I was shocked. I was walking into it with literally no clue what was going to happen. And obviously from talking with Mocky and Sarah, one of the things that I do think is quite good about the film is the fact it's not environmental that's the change, it's the actual relationships between the main characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny. I don't know if Mocky would say the same thing, but I think when he wrote the novel from a genre standpoint was much more science fiction because, of course, budget-wise and everything, you can basically do what you want. So I think originally the story had a lot more elements to it, but as we started playing with the screenplay and adapting it, we decided to take a much more, I guess, character study, if applicable. But yeah, some of the sci-fi elements, even a lot of stuff that we shot, we just said, you know what, let's play more with the ideas and less with environments changing and the actual craziness that would result in such a fanciful premise.
I mean, I like your character.
Thank you.
I really do. There's two reasons why I like the character. Diggsy seems so normal. It's a bit of a strange one. He seems like your everyday guy, even when he's in different reality. He's just the same guy. And the other thing that I like most of all, and Sarah laughed, and so did Mocky, was the fact that only you, Chris, could get away with wearing a waistcoat and yellow trousers.
Well, okay, so the cinematography is just pretty lush. And when you said the environment doesn't change, I understand what you mean from a film standpoint, but in the making of it, what was so fun is we got to travel the world and go into all these different environments. I feel so blessed to have been able to literally go to different universes of the planet to stand in those yellow trousers. So one of the places being Iceland, and some of my favorite shots are those yellow trousers against the green, fields of volcanic moss. And that, from a color standpoint, I was really happy. And we've shared, me, costume designer, we've sat around and been like, oh, those yellow trousers pop so well, but they are pretty crazy looking.
I will say that I've developed a tagline. I ran it past Mocky. I ran it past Sarah. They absolutely loved it.
Okay.
I described it as a cross between It's a Wonderful Life and an indie version of About Time.
Yeah, good. And It's a Wonderful Life. Okay, cool. Very fun. I see it. I feel it. Yeah, cool.
So I do have to ask you the question now, Chris Wente, because obviously the other two have obviously cited that they would love for it to happen. Could you see another version of you too?
The one where Diggsy gets his comeuppance. Yeah, I mean, I was with the character, not full time, but we slid in and out of filming it over the course of like 3 years. And, with that comes a lot of life. The people who make the film live 3 years of their life. And so I got to come back to Diggsy multiple times as, honestly, different versions of myself as an actor. So for that reason, I think Diggsy will be a little closer to me than other characters, perhaps, just from the sheer amount of time spent. So, sure, sequel. I mean, I don't want to do another version of You too, but I would love to at least, from a acting standpoint, play in similar waters. So, however specific that needs to be about this movie, sure, I just love acting.
So, if somebody said to you they were going to do a TV series, and Diggsy could sort of be in the back, it's like an Easter egg.
Yeah, you mean like me as the character? I just come on as an extra? Yeah, that'd be funny.
Oh, look, it's Diggsy.
Yeah, that's fun.
I've got to sort of go slightly different now with this podcast, because obviously I walked into it not really knowing anything about the project, and at the end of the project there's this wonderful in loving memory card with Brittany. What was it like working with her on set?
Mind-blowing. We met for the first time en route to Iceland, so we met in Boston. I already knew that I would really enjoy working with her, but she sort of broke the mold, and I didn't know there were people like her, and she was wonderful.
And obviously she has since passed away, we should mention. As a family, being, so close to the release as well, that can't have been easy for you guys.
Yeah, it was very difficult, and I think I can say that she committed suicide. It's something that we as a society need to have less taboo about. So the fact that her passing was her choice is, I think, an important dynamic when we talk of this. And it is difficult that she passed. And yet I'm also sort of constrained by the reality that I've had quite a few friends take their own life. And each time is hard for different reasons. This time with Brittany, given all the circumstances, it was particularly difficult. And yet we have this beautiful testament to her talent and her heart. And I imagine that if some part of her continues on, if there's some awareness that is Brittany that continues on, that she has something to be proud of, and that is consolation, but it does soothe my soul.
Well, to obviously go back to the production side of the film, are there any sort of funny anecdotes you can share about the production of the film? And if you mention strip karaoke as one of them, I'll be forever in your debt.
Maki, he has no ego about certain aspects of the script. So if we are filming a scene and we have an idea, or if he has an idea, we lob these things around. So like any scene might have 2 or 3 different weird tags, weird buttons. Did Sarah mention one of these? I don't want to say the same one if it is, but it was just so funny. The character where she has blue hair. Did she share that story?
She shared the one about the weird one, yeah.
The crazy one, was my favorite. And part of it, from an acting standpoint, she went all the way. She committed 100% to this character, and it was so utterly different than the other versions of her that she was playing. It was like working with a different actor. It was like, whoa. And she just committed, and I loved what she found there. So, an anecdote. Let me give you a specific anecdote. One was, we got this crazy idea that we should start filming with a skeleton crew as we were traveling. So when we went to Iceland, and then the footage in France, those were the earliest shots of the movie back in 2015. So we were traveling and we were getting to know each other, and it was kind of a crazy whirlwind adventure where, we were filming all day in Iceland because it was the summer. We've had this long journey already together in like 5 days. Then we get to France, and they're not particularly friendly to loud, boisterous American film crews. So we got some hassle there. And then if I remember, like our chargers for the our camera battery chargers were giving us fits, to the point where like we were about to have no batteries, and we were across the country needing to film more, and we had no camera juice. So, the necessity being the mother of invention, it obviously is very true, and we were able to get really honest with ourselves about what do we really want to get. If we can only get 4 or 5 things, what do we really want to get? And I guess indie filmmaking is always like that, but the fact that we were there in an Airbnb together, we stayed in this great like French villa sort of thing for cheap, all of us, and some of the footage that we have, like the pool, a few doors, are filmed there in this beautiful house, but we're sitting there and we have no batteries, and we got to film stuff and jet lag and blah blah blah. So hopefully that was anecdotal.
Well, I'll throw another one in because we haven't mentioned CJ yet. What a revelation there! I mean, I'm not a fan of wrestling, so I didn't know who she was obviously until I watched the film. Obviously, I've had time now to watch her wrestling stuff. You can't tell it's the same person, I don't think.
Right. CJ is a powerhouse. She's a badass. She's an extremely diligent, disciplined, very dedicated person. She's great. And we got to know each other before shooting a little bit and got to be friends. Every day was a little bit different. She works harder than most people I know, in the business or not. So that was really fun. It was fun to work with that energy, because I guess I'm more laid back. So maybe it comes across in the dynamic of our relationship on screen. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I do have to mention it again. Because I heard it was improv. Strip karaoke. Literally one of the funniest things I think I've ever seen.
That was just me and her trying to have a good time.
Oh, dear.
With a film crew.
What was it you were trying to sing?
Well, I don't think Diggsy understood the music that was in that universe. Like, all of the songs kind of sounded to him like covers because, that universe wasn't completely alien to the one he had grown up in. So the songs were there, so he would give it a good stab, but then like, wait, in this universe they chose to, go to the B flat instead of the, whatever. Like, wait, what? So he's always like thinking he might understand, and then at the last minute, no.
Fly me to the sun. Da, da.
Yeah. There's a few silly parallel universe jokes in there about like how the sort of mechanics play out if string theory were true, that are fun to play with.
Well, Chris, let's talk quickly a bit about you. What made you want to get into acting in the first place?
I did 3 Billy Goats Gruff in my 2nd grade play, and I got to sing a song called Who's That Walking on My Bridge? I was the troll. I had green and black streamers stapled to a San Francisco 49ers baseball hat that I wore backwards with like a black sweatshirt. And I was a badass in 2nd grade, and everyone laughed, and that was it. I didn't pursue it professionally through traditional means. I did political science and then education, so I went into teaching as like my profession, and then life presented me an opportunity to go freelance, and I've always wanted to sort of do that thing. I'm a bit of a wanderer, if that makes sense. So the movie sort of fit, and acting feels like you can kind of wander and look around and take it in, and as long as you fit in, you're welcome. As long as you be cool, you can basically do what you want.
Are there any sort of particular roles that you would still like to do?
That's a hard question because it's script by script. Roles come to you as part of stories, and I would say that the stories that I like to be a part of are when people are at their limit. If the story can really deliver the real highs and real lows of what they are trying to say, if we can get to what it would really be like if, you lost the woman that you love, like in an instant, what would that do to you? If I can be part of projects that really allow for and illustrate or depict what the human suffering and joy is, then that's the only threshold for me.
Well, I'm going to give you a 1-minute plug to plug another version of you. And before you do that, I've obviously looked on your IMDb, and I saw this wonderful film called The Reason. It's based on a book, and it's about a wife who has a sick child who's, I believe, has got cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously I look at the cast and crew, I think this is very interesting, you know. Go down. Oh, look, Sarah's in it.
Yeah.
You're destined to work with each other for all time, I think, aren't you?
There was a period there where we were just doing project after project together. This is the Southeast. We're in the Southeast of the United States, and in the American landscape, there's something happening here, and people are coming to the Southeast to get into film and TV. So the fact that Sarah and I get to be a part of that and get to know each other, because she's one of my best friends now at this point, that's really fun.
But anyway, I'm going to give you the 1 minute plug, so you can plug obviously away.
So if you are looking for something a little bit different from a movie where you get to see a lot of beautiful things and experience a little bit of sadness and a little bit of laughter, and want to follow a guy who's looking for something that probably just can't be found, then I would go to Another Version of You online. Just Google Another Version of You and watch it. Leave a review somewhere, because we had I would say an ordeal, like no joke. Like, we went through fire together to make the film, and we're proud of it.
Obviously, the reason's coming out.
Hopefully, yeah. Some of these projects get stalled after the actor's job is done, so I try not to care too much, but I obviously hope it comes out.
What roles are you and Sarah playing?
I played the father. She actually had the kid, and then the circumstances of the pregnancy and birth were such that she didn't feel comfortable allowing the father into their life until the diagnosis. She comes to me pleading, like, 1, you have a son, and 2, he's dying of cancer. So that obviously is a head trip. So I play the dad. Well,
Chris, it's been a pleasure interviewing you.
Thank you, Matt. Yeah.
Obviously, we'll have to get you back now.
Sure. Yeah. Let me know what you need.
Thanks very much for your time.
All right. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.